Classic Clash 2.
Oh.
Force the monster back and take him down. You gotta take him down!
Well, okay then.
So you have left and right to move. You never need to actually push left. You just hold down, you just hold right. You hold right, that's the game. You hold right and you move and you flip the not Bowser.
Okay.
The one caveat to this is if you are holding right before the game starts, it doesn't count. You need to press right while the game is going. So when it gets to high... Okay, so first of all, the difficulty levels, it's how much how fast your opponent is moving forward, how fast your not Bowser is moving forward. So, you know, on the higher levels, there's like more of a friction against you that you have to push against, so... It basically means you need to start holding right earlier. So when this gets fast, you need to kind of take advantage of the fact that the microgames actually start before you see them. Like, as soon as the text comes up there, you can start pushing the button and it will start accepting and using your input, even though you can't see the game yet. So, when you get to a high enough speed, you need to hit right before you see the game in order to have enough time to flip it. But otherwise, it's an incredibly simple game that gives you a left control that you don't ever need for some reason.
And now we just see Nintendo Man flipping turtles all day.
Yep.
Until it gets too fast to even react.
And, like, he does need to actually... I don't think he needs to quite hit the ground before the timer runs out, but it needs to be, like, very close to that. Like, if he's upside down and the timer runs out, then it's a loss. But if he's on... he needs to actually be on his back. I got really far with this one.
You only needed 25?
Yeah. So yeah, you see there, he was actually on his back, but he hadn't, like, hit the ground yet. So yeah, that's a loss.
Oh, double! Oh!
Yeah, and this was about my limit. At this point, I was mashing right, just I did not want to try and time starting the push immediately when the game starts, so I'm just mashing right. And the amount of time that I'm holding the button while mashing it is long enough that it just worked for a bit. But, that's when it fell apart. 62.
Pretty good.
Mars Ball Destroy! I don't know that's with that name. Follow the arrow, find the red ball, and destroy it! And keep your wits about you. So, you've got your move to change the angle of your aim and A to fire. So you spin your view around, you're like a stationary gun platform in space, and you're spinning around. There's the green arrow points you to where the red Mars ball is. You go to that and you put your cursor over it and you hit A to fire to destroy Mars. And there's all these other planetoids around that don't matter. You can shoot them if you want. It doesn't, like, have a loss by shooting the wrong thing or anything. You just need to destroy Mars before the time runs out. One weird caveat to this is that the movement of your spinning around actually slows down when you are over a target. So that threw me off a little bit.
So you want to avoid targets that are not Mars.
A little bit. And also, like, you want to make sure you're not stopping early because the thing slowed down or something. It felt weird sometimes. Anyway, yeah, difficulty... The difficulty levels are, like, how far away it is from your starting, aim. And also on, like, how diagonal it is. Like, on level 1 difficulty, it's pretty much just straight left or right. On level 2, there's a little bit of up and down you need to do. On level 3, there's, significantly more up and down you need to do. This was tough.
Yeah, aiming is a little tough with a D-pad normally, but...
Yeah.
Alright.
Next up. Hover for cover. Blast off in the rocket ship, but avoid the flying rocks. Can you handle it? A to blast off.
Yeah...
That's
This
bad...
one was a little confusing for
Yeah, that's poor translation, I would say. Because you're not blasting off. It's basically like Lunar Lander.
Yeah.
Where you want to tap A to use your thruster, but you're not trying to blast off and go to the top of the screen. You're just avoiding the rocks. Level 1, you've got this tiny little ship with 1 window. Level 2, you have a larger ship with 2 windows. And then level 3, you have an even bigger ship with 3 windows. So that's the entire game. Not a whole lot to say about it. So yeah, Dribble and Spitz's story thing. Yeah, that was, I think, in the similar vein to Cat and Anna. I feel like that's something that they just made up as, like, something to kind of frame their games in.
Right. Sort of, yeah.
The
narrative for their mini-games. Microgames?
Yeah. But, yeah, like, I'm not really sure I have much else to say.
Yeah.
Just trying to think. There's not a lot to go off of here, with the manual, with their thing, and there's just not much about them. They're kind of mysterious.
Especially Spitz, who
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
And
really has... I don't think they say anything.
we have not seen Spitz say anything in this entire game.
The only thing we have to go on is what they've done in the interstitials.